Assalamu alaikum. Our topic of discussion is the distal tubules of the kidney. Thick segment of ascending loop of Henle is open into the distal tubule, and first part of the distal tubule is known as the macula densa. This is the region which control the glomerular filtration rate. It means the which blood is filtered into the Bowman capsule, and the blood flow or the blood entry into the glomerulus through arterioles. Next part of the distal tubule is highly convoluted, and it has reabsorptive characteristics. Sodium, potassium, chloride, and these are reabsorbed in distal convoluted tubule, and this region is impermeable to urea and water. So we call this segment as a diluting segment. Why? Because this is mostly impermeable to water, and when the water is present in the tubular lumen, it causes the dilution of dilution of fluid present in the lumen. 5% of loads of sodium is reabsorbed in early distal tubule. Late distal tubule and the cortical collecting tubules. These tubules consist of two types of cells. First one is the principal cells, second one is the intercalated cells. Principal cells mostly reabsorb sodium and the water from the lumen and secrete potassium into the lumen. Intercalated cells, they mostly reabsorb potassium and secrete hydrogen into the lumen. Here you can see from the diagram mechanism of sodium chloride transport. Sodium and chloride moves in co-transport or enter from the tubular lumen into the tubular cell. Chloride which is present in the tubular cells. It moves outside into the renal interstitial fluid through the presence of specialized types of the chloride channels, and here a sodium potassium ATPase pump is present. This sodium potassium ATPase pump causes the outward movement of sodium and inward movement of potassium. This is powered by the ATP, or energy of the ATP is utilized here. Due to this sodium potassium ATPase pump, intracellular concentration of sodium is kept low. Activity of principal cells and causes or activate the sodium potassium ATPase pump. This causes the low intracellular concentration of the sodium, and this favors the sodium enter into the cells through the specialized cells. Potassium movement occur in two steps. First one is the sodium potassium ATPase pump, in which sodium moves from the extracellular fluid into the intracellular fluid powered by ATP. Potassium moves from the tubular cells into the tubular lumen. This occurs simply by the process of diffusion. Intercalated cells secrete hydrogen and reabsorb bicarbonate ions and the potassium ions. Hydrogen ion secretion also occur in the presence of hydrogen ATPase transporter. Okay, now how this hydrogen ion is formed? This hydrogen ion is formed in the cell when the water reacts with the carbon dioxide in the presence of an enzyme that is known as the carbonic anhydrase. It forms an acid which is a weak acid, and that is known as the carbonic acid. This carbonic acid dissociates into the hydrogen ions as well as bicarbonate ions. Intercalated cells also absorb potassium. Now, what are the functional characteristics of the late distal tubules and the cortical collecting ducts? Both these tubules are impermeable to the urea. So, almost all the amount of the urea present in the tubular fluid is removed through the urine, is removed through the nephron into the urine. Because this is the nitrogenous product, there is no use of this nitrogenous product or to kept it in the body. Both reabsorbed sodium, and this is powered by a hormone known as the aldosterone. Potassium secretion occur in both tubules. Permeability is controlled by the adenine antidiuretic hormone. It is abbreviated as ADH. Antidiuretic hormone, it increases the permeability of the late distal tubule and the cortical tubule to the water is controlled by the concentration of ADH. Its another name is the vasopressin. When the level of water in the body is high or plenty available in the plenty, then the permeability of the tubules is these tubules is increases, and excess water is removed from the body. But when the water is present in less quantity or amount in the body, then the permeability of these tubules decreases, and decreases to conserve the water in the nephron. That is the completion of the topic. Thank you, class.